I know. I said I was going to go deal with that computer. I just found a setting I want to try real quick. So on this app, it has a I wanted to sit here and see how much of a difference that makes. Where it sends the same data on both signals, and then sits here and combines it and does some other fancy stuff. I'm just kind of curious to see if that makes any difference versus the speed option. Oh, by the way, Acuity's got their flag back up, which is nice. So this is just going to be a short little drive. I just want to see what happens. I'm going to go through that same area where I was having some really bad signal issues. Worse than it was, but yeah, I don't know. I don't think this setting is the setting for me. Hi Hector. Hi U-Haul. Yeah, I'm going to go hook up a server, but I was playing with this app that I'm using, and I found a setting I wanted to try real quick, so I'm just going to do a quick lap with it. I'm going to jump over to Sheboygan Falls real quick. I just want to see how, if it craps out. If it does, how bad. Always testing, yep. Always testing. Hey, testing is how you figure out how to do stuff, you know? I'm going to be testing later. I'm going to be working with a remote OBS, yeah. I'm going to put OBS on a computer out on my fiber optic line that I'm going to be able to stream into remotely. And then I'm going to be able to use a less powerful, like Chromebook or laptop, to control the OBS that's running on the server back on my fiber optic line. Because my fiber optic line's only got 12 millisecond ping. So, in theory, it should work. And I already have the hardware. So unlike paying for something like Restream to be able to do some of the features where I want to be able to have like a switch set up, I can do it for free with my own hardware. Yeah, well, actually, I prefer Chrome. Chrome has a virtual desktop option too, which is makes it through firewalls a lot easier. There's a lot less porting and stuff. So if you use Chrome remote desktop, as long as you've got a Chrome account with the same email and password on the computer, you can remote control pretty much any computer from anywhere through that. So honestly, I like Chrome remote desktop myself. And if I remember correctly, I think I can even wake the computer up if I have it in sleep mode. You can, no, Chrome, Google. It's through Google. But yeah, I can use a Chromebook to remote control the computer using Chrome wireless desktop or remote desktop. Yeah, the Chromebook itself, technically it's an i7. Or no, mine's an i5. It's a pretty beefy Chromebook, the way Chromebooks are. I don't know if they've got a version of it, of OBS. I could possibly install it as a Linux version, but I don't want to have to rely on setting it up out in the field. I want it to be running on the server back at my house, sit here and just log into the stream and go. That's what I want. So, and then I can just remote control it with another computer. So that's the plan. So yeah, we're just doing a little test here. I dropped out really bad going here. I expect to drop out again because this is a really low point in between Kohler and Sheboygan Falls. So, but yeah, no, I already figured out a way that I can sit here and I can stream to that server. I've actually had it all set up before. The computer I have out at the shop just didn't have a beefy enough graphics card. So as soon as I'd go live, the extra load of re-encoding the video just killed it. You know, it just couldn't keep up. So I'm going to put one of my beefier gaming computers that I don't really use much anymore out there that's got a 270 water-cooled video card. That should be plenty strong enough. We're going to find out if we're going to buffer really bad, because this is a bad area. I'm expecting it to buffer. Yeah, it's just diving. Yeah, that's about what I figured was going to happen. It came back a little bit. We'll see. Yeah. It's doing better than last time, though, so far. It's a 2070. It's actually a 2070, sorry. I probably did say 270. I kind of figured I was going to go to shit right there. There's not much you can do, unfortunately. But we're going to go over here by the water. See what happens. Yeah, no, I don't know if I was buffering while I was talking. No, it's what, a GTX or RT? No, it's RTX 2070 that's in that computer, so it should have plenty of beef to be able to encode, you know, a stream. Should do real good for restreaming. So then I'll have an instance of OBS going so that I can remote control from anywhere, wherever I want. Then I'll have multiple streams coming in, so yeah, it should work. You know, I've already figured out how to stream into it. I got all that working on a different computer, so I just got to take this one over there and try it out. And yeah, so yeah, we'll see what happens. So Texas. What the fuck, man? You must not know how to drive from Texas. Just keep going over the line. Yeah, we're just fucking rock solid. I don't know if this is a better setting. Oh, nope, there it drops. If this is better, if this is worse than it was. I mean, it dropped a little, but it's coming back. I don't know. hello, I'm just going to say Reese because I don't know how to pronounce the first one name. I apologize. Hi, Reese. So yeah, I don't know, this setting, it's supposed to be for redundancy. So far it seems to be working. It seems to be a little bit more stable. So maybe that is the better option. Overall speed versus redundancy. Switch over to the other app real quick, which is going to cause a buffer, so I know it's going to happen. So I know it's going to buffer when I do this, because as soon as I lose the app, or as soon as I come out of the app, it does that. But I just want to see what the screen says it's doing right now on the other app. So give me 1 second. Sorry about that. I was just, like I said, I wish they had a way that I could watch the screen of what the other app is doing without switching to it, but unfortunately it's all I can do is switch apps. I was just kind of curious to see what it was doing. Yeah, that whole area wasn't using Verizon at all. It was solely AT&T. So yeah, it switches off between what it's got to do. You know, if one area is better AT&T, it'll swing the data over to AT&T. If one area is better Verizon, it swings the data over to Verizon. So, I mean, the real test will be tomorrow. Probably late tomorrow. I'll be leaving to head down to Tennessee. And that'll be the first test of me going for a 9-hour drive. We'll definitely find out how it does. Hi, Sirius. I am feeling better. I'm back to working on projects, and I'm testing things and whatever. But yeah, that'll be the real test, is when we go to Tennessee. We'll find out how well this technology works going cross country. So that'll be interesting. Yeah, because that's always kind of the test. Is once you're going from tower to tower, how many times do you lose buffer? And that's the thing I've been trying to fix, and I just couldn't do it because I didn't have an AT&T phone. So I'm doing the pay-as-you-go, but it's the ultimate plan, so I might still get screwed if I get to some place where there's like a whole bunch of regular AT&T customers, but we'll see what happens. I couldn't find anybody that wanted to get me on their monthly plan, so it was the best option I could do for testing. Depends on where you are. That's the thing. You know, there are times where AT&T sucks balls. You know, I mean, I've had them all. They've all failed in one way or another. It's just a matter of who's got coverage where. You know, AT&T and Verizon are both good companies. It's just they don't all cover. You know, like I said, right down by that waterfall. I couldn't stream there on Verizon, but on AT&T it's working fine. This little stretch here I was having issues with Verizon. I would dump out on my way back into town. So I know that if this stays solid, that it's because now I've got AT&T and Verizon working. So about here, I'd be buffering. We're taking a big hit. It's rock solid 4,000 kilobits per second. 1080 screen, 4,000 kilobits per second. So, yeah, I don't know. I think it's working. I think it's doing the job. Between the WeBoost, two cell phones, two cell companies. Jeez Louise. God, the things I do for you guys to provide a good stream, it's insane. At least from the technical point. Yeah, I didn't drop at all. So yeah, I think there's nothing you can do if you end up in a low area where there's just no way a cell signal's going to hit it. I don't know. Oh, do I want to go out to Plymouth real quick? That's another dead zone. I don't know. I know that's just a dead zone. That just is. Even the cell coverage maps. How can a town, the town of Plymouth, have no cell coverage? I don't get it. You would think one of the cell companies would sit here and decide, hey, Plymouth, it's a town. Let's give it some cell service. And they have none. They don't have any. They don't have any cell service. Well, there she dropped down just a little bit, but she recovered quick. Yeah, I don't know. Did it just buffer for you guys? Because I saw it drop down. And if it did, was it bad? Did it last long? Because I saw it drop for a second. Quick. Second. Okay. So yeah. I mean, that's acceptable. I mean, if it sits here and it just like switching towers or something like that and it comes right back, that's hell. If I was using my other app, I've got another app that I use instead of Prism. That seems to have a really good buffer on it. So, you know, the only bad thing is I don't get chat on it. So that's why I don't like using it very much. But I bet you in combination with this and that with its extra big buffer, that probably wouldn't have even shown up as a buffer. So, yeah, I think that's acceptable. I think I might have finally found a combination of stuff that actually does the best that I'm going to be able to do without going crazy. I mean, I don't know how much more I can do. I got to go get a cable. Oh, what time is it? What time does Walmart close? Store hours for Walmart.
Okay, here's what I found.
Close at 11. I got to go to Walmart real quick. I gotta get a cable. I wanna be able to use my WeBoost. I've got this portable WeBoost that I want to be able to take with me. And if I'm outside and I don't have a good enough signal, I want to be able to set it up and be able to boost the cell signal when I'm out on location. If I have to, because I know sometimes there was some situations where, you know, the problem is the cell phone requires, it's the upload bandwidth. You know, there are a lot of times where you know, you're around and you can get really good downloads, but you're only getting like a meg up. And that's where the WeBoost comes in and it helps, is that it can boost the upload bandwidth because it's got a stronger signal back to the tower. So in some of those more challenging places where I'm trying to stream, like when we were doing stuff at 1776 or we'd do stuff at some of the other locations, it wasn't that I didn't have good signal, I just didn't have good upload signal. So if I had to sit here and set up a phone on a tripod and have like a WeBoost hooked up to amplify the signal, that just may be the fix. You know, I own the gear, so I might as well try to make it work. Ultimately, if I go anywhere, I just want to be able to stream, you know. If I go to an event, I want to make sure that when I get there, I know I can stream, you know. Not have to worry about whether or not it's going to work. And have little tips and tricks, kind of like this app. That's combining two cell companies together. You know, if I get into a situation where, you know, yeah, I'm just not getting enough bandwidth on one cell connection, but I consider and I can steal a little from another company and just have enough bandwidth to be able to get a good, decent stream. You know, that's what all this testing's about. You know, so you can pretty much drop me anywhere that's got at least some cell coverage. And if I want to sit here and I want to start filming stuff, I can. And know reliably that I'll be able to do it. And then being able to sit here and send it into my server, so that way if I do disconnect, the stream doesn't go and I can just move around and get it back on. Or if I want to set up multiple cameras and switch between multiple views, or go to a drone shot, I can sit here and I can just jump to the drone. Go left again, and straight ahead, and we'll get there. Yeah, well, we're going to Walmart, and actually I got to make a right, and then a left, and then a right, and then we'll be there to be actual. But, yeah. Yeah, there was a little dip in the stream. Let's see. Now it's climbing back up. So I don't know if that created a buffer. If I was at 720, you probably wouldn't even notice. It's because I'm filming at 1080 and I'm at a higher bit rate than I normally run. Normally I run about 2,500 kilobits per second on a 720 stream. So normally these dips wouldn't even show up. So I'm running a higher signal just for testing. But I mean, if it ends up working and I can run a 1080 picture, you know, consistently, that's a good thing. You know, I'm good with that. It'd be nice to be able to run a better quality stream. I gotta grab a cigarette lighter port that I'm gonna sacrifice. I've got some remote batteries, 12-volt batteries that are kind of like cell phone battery packs, but they have the ability to put out 12 volts. I'm gonna get those to run the WeBoost when it's out and about and it's not in a car. But I don't want to cut the cigarette lighter port off of it, so I'm gonna get a cigarette lighter socket that I consider I can sacrifice for the cause. So yeah, oh, they changed the lane up. That's cool. I don't know why they didn't have that set up that way before. So thank you everybody for tuning in while I'm doing my testing. I appreciate it. I do a panel while I'm doing this, but I got to see the live meter, and unfortunately the panel option doesn't really give you that capability. I kind of wish I could do split screen. Wish I could set this up to do split screen. I'll have to check into that. Maybe that's an option. That'd be really nice if I could do part of this camera app and part of that other app, so I could see what it's doing in a split screen configuration. That'd be awesome. I don't get it, I don't get why I just don't have why I don't have the luck. It seems like Joe can stream in the car, Polish Agnes can stream in the car. They don't seem to have a quarter of the problems that I have with streaming in the car. It seems like I have to have all this gear just to keep it somewhat reliable. I just don't get it. Completely floors me. Later, Hector. Yeah, we're almost to Walmart anyways, so I'm going to be ending the stream once I get to Walmart. Well, Mandy, I live in Wisconsin. I'm actually in Wisconsin right now. I think you said you were down like Racine area or something. Joe just started with a new streaming service. You may want to talk to him about it. I don't think he's got a new streaming service. I know when he disconnects, he's got a wireless HDMI for the camera he takes out. And if he gets too far away from the receiver, it pops up and it says something on the screen when the HDMI disconnects. He's still using AT&T, I believe. I think I talked to him not that long ago, and he was just using AT&T service. So, yeah. But that thing that you see pop up is when his wireless HDMI that he's using. I think what Joe's using right now is he's probably using one of those tablets like what Ripta has, where it's actually a encoder setup that gives him multiple inputs, and then he can sit here and it re-encodes and then sends out to YouTube. And then he's using some type of SIM card or something to send the signal out. But he's still using, I believe, just one cellular service. But yeah, when that thing came up and it said break, I looked it up, and it was the provider of the wireless HDMI that was coming up on his screen every time. OTR had even worse signal issues. Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, right now we're using two cell phones, one on AT&T, one on Verizon, and we're combining the cell services together. And we're using a WeBoost, to sit here and get this all to work. So, I think it'd be rock solid if I was at my normal 720 and my lower kilobits per second. But like I said, this was a test stream, so we were pushing the envelope, trying to get it to break. And I think it was a good test. I think I was able to look at the data, and there were a lot of times it was switching over and swinging over to AT&T. And then there were times it was favoring Verizon. So it's doing exactly what I wanted it to do, is it will go to whichever cell provider has got the best coverage, and it's trying to keep the stream as strong as possible. So I think tomorrow night, late tomorrow night, when I leave, we should have some pretty good results on our way to Tennessee, and but we'll see. It'll be about a 9-hour stream. My night owls will get a kick out of it because I haven't streamed at night for a long time. And I'll probably do a panel, and I won't worry too much about watching the actual kilobits per second. If I buffer, I buffer. It just is what it is. And we'll just kind of hang out, and I'll steal Polish Agnes's thing where she does panels every time she goes places. So, but yeah, don't run away too late. My late night crew, you guys will be enjoying the fact that I'm going to be coming on in a couple hours anyways, doing some testing on this new computer I'm setting up. So, all right, I will see you guys later. All right. I gotta go. Oh, Amber Rose. Somebody hacked my phone. I can't even let you guys go. What is in Tennessee? There's a rally going on in, let me look at the city. Let me double check. It is no, that's not it. I'm looking. Give me a second. There it is. It is in Hartsville, Tennessee. Americans stand as one. Rally, camping, and flotilla. It's going to be 27th, starting at noon, and the 25th at Hickory Lake. So, yep. So there you go. It's on Facebook. It's American Stand as One. So that's where we're going to be going. So watch out for the squirrels. Yeah, I don't have a problem. I mean, I don't agree with what, I don't like what all went down, and I didn't like being in the middle. I spent a lot of time with everybody that was involved, so it was a really hard place to be in. Watching people that I like on both sides get into that fight. I understand why the squirrels felt they needed to do it. I don't agree, with what they were doing, but I still like them as people, I heard it got pretty vicious. I don't know. I haven't really watched everybody's videos. I don't know what's going on. But if they were to show up, I mean, they've never done anything to me. I wouldn't anticipate having any problems with them. So, I'm not overly too worried about it, but that is what it is. So, all right, I got to go in. Got to get to Walmart before they close. All right, you guys take care, and I will sit here and get that server going, and we'll do some testing a little later tonight. So, catch you guys later.